Hello everyone, nice to see you again, especially for those who are learning in year 1 semester 2. Study subject standard skill, really the basic writing skill is one of the important subject in year 1, foundation years. How have you been? Okay, today we continue our lesson from uh, the previous week. Last week we learned Unit 9. That is about, what is it about Unit 9? Participle. Yes, participle and participial phrase. Today you'll learn Unit 10 about Unit 10 you study about gerund. Gerund. So what is gerund? Have you ever heard or have you learned gerund before? Okay, read the example here. Jogging is his favorite exercise. Jogging is his favorite exercise. So look at it here. The word jogging is formed from the verb jog by adding ing. So jogging here is formed from the verb jog plus ing become jogging. Jogging is his favorite exercise. Okay, we also see that it is here used as the subject of a verb, and here that's the verb of a noun. So jogging here stands before the verb is, and it is the subject of the verb is, like a noun, right? It is therefore a verb noun and is called gerund. So jogging here is the subject of the verb like a noun. It is formed from the verb plus ing, so that is the work of is work like a noun. So we call verb noun, and in the form that is called gerund. Further example of gerund: playing a game. So the playing games is not allowed here. Playing games is not allowed here. Okay, one more example. I like reading love story. I like reading love story. And the third example is he is tired of working late. He is tired of working late. Okay, look at the three examples here. Playing games is not allowed here. I like reading love story, and he is tired of working late. So look at the explanation next slide here. The first sentence, the gerund like a noun is the subject of the verb, but like a verb it also takes an object. Here, look at it. Playing games. So playing is like a noun because the subject of the verb is, and it's like a verb because it needs object. Game is the object of the playing. Thus clearly showing that it has also the force of a verb, right? So gerund is has the force of verb because it needs an object, and it like a noun because it can be the subject of the verb is. In example 2, second example, the gerund like a noun. It is the object of the verb, but like a verb, it also takes an object. Okay, that's clearly showing that it has also the force of a verb. Yeah. I like reading love story. Right? The gerund reading here, the gerund is like a noun because Is the object of the verb like. Is then after the verb like. So this is the object of the verb like. And the gerund reading here, like verb becomes an object. It have object. So love story here, the object of the verb reading. Okay, the third example. The third example of the gerund. The gerund like here. The third example here. The gerund like a noun. It governed by a preposition, but like a verb, it also takes an object. Look at here. The word working is a gerund. It stands after the preposition of. So it is the object of the preposition of. Get it? It also like a verb because it needs add the adverb to add moment to it, right? Okay, look at the definition. What is gerund? A gerund is the form of the verb which ends in ing and has the force of a noun and a verb. As both the gerund and infinitive have the same force of noun and verb, they have the same use. In Unit 8, you learn the infinitive already, right? The use of the infinitive. Infinitive has the force of noun and verb as well, like the gerund. And the use of the infinitive and gerund are similar. But the difference is that infinitive is the verb that form with two, or this is called two infinitive, or the without two, this is called bare infinitive. For gerund, it has an ing at the end. Okay, thus in many sentences, either of them may be used without any special difference in meaning. As example, teach him to walk. Okay, teach him to walk. So to walk here is the infinitive. Okay, to walk is the infinitive. And we can also use the gerund. Teach him walking. Two of these sentences have the same meaning. Okay, we can use infinitive or gerund. Teach him walking. Okay, one more example. To speak is to produce. To speak is to produce. Or you can say speaking is producing. Two of these sentences have the same or similar meaning. Okay, this is here. To speak we can use as the infinitive, but speaking here is used as the gerund. Okay, both. To speak is the subject of the verb is, and speaking the subject of the verb is as well. Okay, one more example. To give is better than to receive. Or you can say that giving is better than receiving. So to give, okay, to give is the infinitive and giving is the gerund. And to receive also infinitive. Okay, receiving also gerund. So both of these have the same meaning. So you can use either infinitive or gerund. They have the same meaning. Okay, the following sentences contain example of compound gerund form. Okay, look at the compound gerund. He was charged with having transported heroin. So having transported heroin is the compound gerund. This is called compound gerund. And then the verb plus ing and plus past participle. Okay, one more. He is desirous of being motivated. So being motivated is the compound gerund. is the verb plus ing plus past participle. One more. I heard of his having lost weight. I heard of his having lost weight. So having lost weight is the compound gerund. The compound gerund. Working plus past participle. Give one more example. We were fatigued on account of having walked so far. So having walked so far is the compound gerund. Okay, look at the definition here. What is compound gerund? It will be noticed that compound gerund are formed by placing past participle after gerund have or be. After gerund have or be plus past participle lost, motivated, okay, walked. So this is called compound gerund. The gerund of transitive verb has the following form. So the gerund can be used as the active or passive. So gerund can be in the form of active or can be in the form of passive. Example like this is the present active, loving, perfect, having love. As you know, the passive usually used with the verb be, right? Be past participle. So gerund become be. Present is being loved. Perfect is having been loved. So this is the form of gerund is in the form of passive. This is in the form of active. Move on. As both gerund and present participle and in ing, they must be carefully distinguished. So in unit 9 you learn the present participle already. Present participle is formed from the verb plus ing, and gerund is formed from verb plus ing as well. But the difference is that gerund is a noun. Present participle is an adjective. Here. The gerund has the force of a noun and verb. It is a verbal noun. What about present participle? Present participle has the force of an adjective and a verb. It is a verbal adjective. So gerund is the noun. Present participle is an adjective. It's different. Example of gerund. Look at the example of gerund. He is fond of watching cartoon. So watching is here. Watching is the gerund because it stands after preposition. So watching is the gerund, is the object of the preposition of. It's not a participle. It is the gerund. Okay, one more example. The old man was tired of walking. So walking is the gerund and is also the object of the preposition of. One more. We were prevented from seeing the prisoner. So seeing is the gerund, is the object of the preposition from. One more example. Moving is better than waiting. Moving is better than waiting. So moving also gerund, waiting also gerund. So moving is the subject of the verb is. Okay, look at example of participle, present participle. Example, playing cricket. Playing cricket, he can help. Playing cricket, he can help. So playing cricket here is formed from the word play plus ing become playing. Playing cricket, he can help. So playing cricket here add more meaning to the pronoun he. Who play is he, right? So what can add more meaning to the pronoun is only adjective. So playing cricket here is the adjective. Is the present participle that act as an adjective that add more meaning to the pronoun he. So it cannot be gerund, right? Okay, one more. Walking along the road, he noticed a dead cobra. So walking along the road, the word walking here that is the present participle that add more meaning to the pronoun he. So who was walking along the road is he, right? So walking along the road here add more meaning to the pronoun he. So it functions as an adjective. So they call present participle. Seeing he believed. Seeing he believed. Who see? He, right? So seeing here add more meaning to the pronoun he. So seeing is a participle that acts as an adjective. Okay, read this sentence. In the discriminate reading for novel is injurious. So where is gerund this sentence? The gerund is reading. The reading is used like an already noun. Okay? Reading is used like an already noun. Notice that the is used before. So we can use the before gerund and of after it. So we can use the after gerund and of after gerund. For the example of gerund used like ordinary noun here. So as you know that noun you can use in a form of phrase, right? Gerund also does like noun. Example, the making of the plant is in hand. So we can use the before gerund and of like a noun does. The time of the singing of the bird has come. So the singing the gerund. Then use of after the gerund like a noun. Okay, one more. Adam consented to the reading of the fruit. Eating of the fruit. Adam consented to the eating of the fruit. So the eating. So you can use the after gerund eating and of after the gerund like the noun. So you can use in the form of phrase. Inside a compound, so we can use gerund in the compound gerund, what we call compound gerund. Example, walking stick. So walking stick, this is we call compound gerund, is gerund plus noun. Walking stick, it means the stick for walking. Or frying pan, it means a pan for frying. Frying the gerund plus noun we call compound gerund, like the compound noun. We can use gerund in the form of compound noun. Walking stick, frying pan, hunting wife, and then a wife for hunting. This we call compound noun. In the form we can use gerund in the form of compound noun. One more, fencing stick, I mean stick for fencing. writing table. And then a table is writing, right? Okay, walking, flying, hunting, fencing, writing, gerund. You know already. Okay, compare the following sentences. I hope you will excuse my leaving early. I hope you will excuse my leaving early. And one more. I hope you will excuse me leaving early. I hope you will excuse me leaving early. Compare two of this sentence. This will say excuse of my leaving, and this is excuse me leaving. What is it? In the first sentence, the word preceding the gerund is in the form of possessive case. So my is in the form of possessive case, while in the second sentence it is in the objective case. So me is in the form of objective case. Okay, both sentences are correct. So two of these are correct. So you can use possessive case before gerund and or objective case before gerund. We can use either possessive case or objective case of noun or pronoun before gerund. So both of them are correct. The possessive is more formal and it is less usual in everyday speech. So if we compare the possessive case and objective case, so possessive case is more formal than objective. But it's for everyday speech, objective is more formal. Object is more familiar for everyday speech. Get look at more example. Here are more further examples. We rejoice at his being promoted, or we can say we rejoice at him being promoted. So in this case, we can use his as the possessive case or him as the objective case. So both of them are correct. Okay, one more. I insist on your being present, or I insist on you being present. So this is we can use possessive case or objective case the same. But if we compare possessive and objective, both of them here, possessive yours is more formal than you as the objective. But for everyday speech is prefer to use you objective. Okay, more example. Do you mind my sitting here? Or you can say, do you mind me sitting here? Both of them are correct. But for everyday speech, you usually say that, do you mind me sitting here? Okay, more example. I dislike the managers asking me personal questions. Or you can say, I dislike the manager asking me personal questions. So we can use the noun case of possessive noun or object noun, right, before gerund. Okay, more example. The accident was due to the engine. Driver this regarding the signal, or we can say the accident was due to the engine. The engine driver disregarding signal. So we can use here engine drivers, engine driver. This is in the objective case. This is in the possessive case. Okay, can you next slide? Okay, look at the use of gerund. Okay, when do we use gerund? As we learn the use of infinitive in Unit 8 already, and the use of the gerund is similar to the use of the infinitive. A gerund is being a verb. Noun may be used as the subject of a verb. So gerund can be used as the subject of a verb. Example: speaking Chinese is easier than writing it. So speaking is the gerund, and it is the subject of the verb is. Hunting a wild animal is illegal. So hunting is the gerund, and it is the subject of the verb is. One more: listening to love song makes with s makes. Okay, listening to love songs makes me sad. And so listening is the subject of the verb makes. One more. Okay, so gerund can be used as the object of a transitive verb. So when stand after the transitive verb, it is the object of the transitive verb. Example: stop playing. So playing is the gerund, is stand after the verb stop, so it is the object of the verb stop. One more: I love making sand castles. So making is the gerund, is stand after the verb love, so it is the object of the verb love. One more: they like working in group. They like working in group. So working is the gerund, and it stands after the verb like, so it is the object of the verb like. Okay, one more: he contemplated marrying his cousin. So marrying is the gerund, it is the object of the verb contemplated, because it stands after the verb contemplated. Okay, look at the use of the gerund. Gerund can be used as the object of a preposition. So when gerund stands after a preposition, it is the object of the preposition. Example: I am tired of doing homework. So doing is the gerund, and it stands after the preposition of. So the gerund that stands after preposition, it is the object of the preposition. He is fond of swimming. So swimming is the gerund, and it stands after the preposition of. So it is the object of the preposition of. One more: he was punished for telling a lie. So telling is the gerund, and it stands after the preposition for. So the gerund here is the object of the preposition for. More: we were prevented from seeing the truth. In fact, the truth, seeing the truth here, but this is block. Sorry for that. So seeing is the object of the preposition from. One more: I have a version of to finish. So to finishing. So finishing the object of the proposition 2. So remember that when the gerund stands after the proposition, it is the object of the proposition. Move on. Gerund can be used as the complement of a word. Example: my hobby is fishing. My hobby is fishing. So fishing is the gerund, add more meaning to the subject. Hobby, that is we call complement. So the use of the gerund here we call complement. One more. What I most hate is telling lie. So telling lie is the gerund that add more meaning to what I most hate. So in the use of the gerund here we call complement. One more. His greatest pleasure is gardening. The gardening here is a gerund that used to add more meaning to the pleasure as a subject. So the gerund that used to add more meaning to the subject we call complement. Okay, the last use of the gerund is appositive of a noun. We can use gerund as appositive of a noun. Example: he is thinking of his plan buying a car. So buying a car is used to add more meaning to the noun plan. What is his plan? Buying car. So buying car is the gerund that add more meaning to the noun before it. That is the form of this use we call appositive. Okay, one more. The sport boxing is very dangerous. So boxing is the gerund that is used to add more meaning to the noun sport. What boxing is a sport. So it's boxing, a sport boxing is very dangerous. So the boxing is the gerund that used to add more meaning to the noun before it. So this use we call appositive of a noun. So this is the use of the gerund as appositive. One more example: the project studying ancient temple is very interesting. So look at it here. Studying is the gerund. Studying ancient temple. This is the gerund that is used to add to the noun before it, the project. So project is the noun, and gerund here is used to add more meaning to the project. Okay, what project is studying ancient temple? So the gerund that stand after the noun and add more meaning to the noun in front of it. This use of gerund is called appositive. This is the end of the lesson. Thank you for paying attention and thank you for trying to listen to me carefully. So please enjoy your lesson and try to do exercise that I assign you after this lesson, after this video. And at home, I want you to review again and again and read the book, because all of you have the book already. So you can read the book more, and if you don't understand, you can listen to my video to add more idea. You can to get it, to add up what you don't understand. Thank you. Bye bye. See you next lesson.